You know, it only takes a spark to start a fire. You know, I think we just sparked on something. Well, I first met Brett. We worked together at a recruiting agency, and we recruited for restaurants. One day, Brett comes into the office, "Oh, we gotta go do this cook-off. I saw it on TV, we gotta go. It's in Hico, Texas, it's a steak cook-off. We need to go, and
So after that first event, we were hooked. We had a great time. We got to meet new people. We got to cook for the public. And being old restaurant managers, it was just like being in hospitality. Talk to people, meet friends.
For a 3-year period, we went to about 6 competitions a year or so.
6 to 9, yeah.
And 3 years running, we didn't get less than 3rd place. You know, we kind of got known as the steak guys. We were on a roll winning these competitions.
We also realized that the rules were different everywhere we went. And it was a little frustrating because you'd go to one place and the rules were this, go to another place and they were that.
We went to this cook-off and we didn't win. Not only did we not win, the guy who did wins every year and donates his money back to his family. I go, we need to report them to whoever oversees this. And Brett goes, there isn't anybody. We had this aha moment of, we should do it. There's a lot of things we don't like. We could write the rules. We could do this. We went back to work. Weeks passed.
We sobered up.
Yeah, that idea kind of went out the window. So one morning, Brett comes into the office. It was this Jerry Maguire moment. We can do this. We can do, well, we'll call it the Steak Cook-Off League, and we'll do a website, and we'll have all these followers, and we'll cook steaks. And it was like, you know, like, wow, Brett, what did you have last night? We hosted our own event with our own rules, first ever, and it went really well.
And then it morphed into Steak Cook-Off Association. But all it did was really, we took a lot of events and put them under one umbrella to make sure the rules were the same. And as a cooker, you knew what to expect when you showed up in an event.
So we experimented with a lot of different systems so that our judging process could happen rapidly.
There's a small line between the time that steak gets cut to the time it gets judged.
Right.
By the 5th judge. You've got to get it in a short 2.5 minute period, or that steak starts to oxidize and it changes.
At our events, we have the promoter purchase all of the steaks. And so really it's a true cooking competition rather than kind of who's got the bigger checkbook. So
we still see husband and wife competing against each other.
It's a real family event.
You'll see daughter, husband, and the father-in-law competing together. So they're outside, the kids are there, they're not in front of an Xbox. That's a win.
Brett was so excited, he came in, he goes, some guy from the Netherlands contacted me and he wants us to go to the Netherlands and do a cook-off. I'm like, are you nuts? He goes, you know how much it costs to get over? He said he'd pay for the whole thing.
I'm going to Amsterdam. We're in 38 states and 15 countries.
So the winner of every event that we do around the world, at the end of the season, the beginning of October, gets to come to Fort Worth and compete against each other for the true world championship. So last year we had 25 teams that were international. The first years we provided the equipment for them when they came because they couldn't travel with their grills and tents and chairs. And so all of the international teams, we put together a Facebook page. And if a team was looking to borrow equipment or borrow, things, they went on there and said, I am from New Zealand, I am coming, I'd like a grill. Well, people started chiming, well, you can stay at my house. Well, you can borrow our car. I have any grill that you want. And then somebody else would chime in, you don't want to stay with them, come to my house. And, so really every team, 25 teams got adopted by a local team and loaned them equipment and loaned them tents and invited them into their homes. That's really become an integral part of our championship now is the friendships that are made around the world with teams here in America. One of the Australians said to me, he goes, I used to think Americans were kind of smug, but I was so wrong.
We always say hashtag SCA family, but it really has become that. The guys have adopted these teams coming over, and if you're a team from Germany and you're coming to America, the world champion just invited you to cook beside him. And that's pretty humbling to those guys over there. They're so excited about that. And all we're doing is facilitating it. We're not doing anything different. When you put your hand around an 82-year-old man that just won his first SCA event and he's trembling, that makes it worth it. When Cody won.
Oh yeah, he's a little bit autistic. And so he comes with his dad. He finally graduated from high school, so they let him cook on his own team, and he won the thing.
I mean, I posted that.
I'm still crying about it.
I know, that's one of our best stories. There is no age group. If you can cook, you can cook, but they're all out there together having a great time as a family. So for us, that's a win.
I think it's a way to reboot and enjoy the day and have a good time and slow things down, and it really takes you back, earth, wind, and fire, right?
I have a picture from 1962 of my dad and my grandpa together, and they're standing around a grill outside. So to me, it's nostalgia. You start that fire and gather with friends and family, and there's nothing better for me.